the DraftKings Sportsbook, you can bet on the position of the Raiders' first drafted player. They don't have a first-round pick, but defensive back is the favorite at plus 155, followed by offensive lineman at plus 225. So, Pearce, which direction do you think the Raiders are going to go?
I would go with offensive line. They've got an offensive-minded head coach, and you look at that offense, they've got all the weapons they need. They've got the quarterback. They've got the premier wide receiver. They've got a prospect wide receiver. They've got a stud tight end. They've got a running back. They've got everything. They could just use a little bit more depth on the offensive line. With only a second-round pick, you really can't add any great positions. You can just build depth, and I would, go with the offensive line and improve all those other positions.
All right, Geoff, what do we think?
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much, the nice thing about the Raiders, if you're betting them this year, is that I think you can pretty much cross off like those skill positions. I just don't see them wasting their first pick, just because they're not wasting necessarily, but just because they have so many needs on O-line and defensive back. Defensive back is actually where I would lean. I think plus 150. The depth of defensive back this year is very good. There's potentially 7 or more guys with like first round grades. I've said this a few times, but I think there's a good chance that one of them will probably fall, and they'll probably just fall into the Raiders' lap. You could also see the Raiders potentially try and move up like a little bit higher in the second round to grab that player if he starts to fall. So O-line, defensive back, I really do think that's where they'll go, but I'd lean defensive back. I think on plus 150, that's still a little bit of value because I think there's a better chance that I just think it's a bit deeper once you get into the second round there.